Well, The Flash almost had an okay episode. And they even did sort of a similar plot in one episode, which just goes to show how much they wasted on the mirror universe stuff and Iris being trapped in it. All that. I'm not saying it was anything great, but it is their best episode of the season, which has just been a terrible mess. Obviously, lockdowns played a role in some of that, but that's not the total excuse. But anyway, the episode was called Masquerade, where, of course, it ended with seeing the Psycho Pirate mask appear on Cecile at the end, and so that's basically what you got. The mask itself has reached out to her because she's an empath, and managed to take her over and lock away her consciousness within a prison within her own mind. And then the mask, of course, is taking over her mind and using her to get the mask out of the vault where it was left. I had forgotten that Psycho Pirate had appeared on the show. I don't even remember. And I was like, did it happen, or are they just throwing that in there? Well, I guess that was another one that wasn't that great, which is odd because in their initial seasons, the show was really good. But I don't know. It's probably just me, getting old and all that. But anyway, so that's the plot. It's using her to do that, and no one knows what's going on. The Flash gets taken in, and Cecile knocks him out. Well, the masked Psycho Pirate Cecile takes out Barry by knocking him out, and then Team Flash is like, oh no, what the hell? So they're trying to figure out what's going on, not knowing that it was Cecile that did it. So then Barry shows up in Cecile's mental prison, which I don't know how that would happen. I mean, I guess it's just the powers of the mask can make it happen. Because that's just all in Cecile's mind, so now Barry's in her mind, but anyway, there he is, and they're stuck in what looks like an asylum, but it's all, within her thoughts and whatnot. Well, it turns out we reveal a secret about Cecile that we didn't know. Well, after the death of her mother, she suffered a nervous breakdown over the guilt and everything, and had to seek treatment, and was in an asylum for a while. But she recovered and decided the best way to deal with it was to be in complete denial and never think about it again. So, of course, the Psycho Pirate mask uses this against her to keep her all emotionally crippled and all that sort of stuff. Meanwhile, slowly but surely, Chester has to figure out how to solve this. They enlist the aid of Sue, Ralph Dibny's girlfriend. I wonder why that whole thing got derailed. Yeah. So she comes back doing her Catwoman thing, which, of course, Sue never did in the comics. But she did help Ralph solve crimes and stuff. They were kind of a, crime-solving couple. And they could have had that, but, Twitterverse and all. Anyway, so she comes in because they need to break into the vault where the mask is hidden and get it, because they suspect this is the means by which they can resolve what's happening to Barry. Well, of course, they never catch on that it's Cecile doing this until, of course, it's too late. So Cecile and Sue go in there, and it's kind of silly, but at the same time, man, does she look great in that cat suit. So you get that, And they unlock the mask, and of course, oh no, too late. They realize that she wants the mask. She puts it on, and now she's got her powers. Takes out Sue, and now she wants something else. Well, she wants the Thinker's old chair, so that'll augment her powers. And they gotta stop it. Of course, at the last minute before the big reveal, Iris figures it out because, she can. And that's that. Boy, I got to tell you, I've said this, that Grant Gustin looks bored. So does the actress playing Iris. She just, boy, did she seem just, I don't want to be here. Of course, she had to save the day with her, her laser rifle, stuff like that, and leap around and stuff, and tumble around and shoot at, Psycho Pirate Cecile. Meanwhile, Barry, and this is the interesting part. Yeah, so Iris comes in, saves the day. Oh, see, and then even Sue is used to insult Chester for not figuring it out in time, and so then Chester feels bad. But Iris comes in and does her mommy role for him. And you're stronger than you know. Talk that dialogue you've heard a zillion times on this show, and I'm sure it's the same dialogue you'll get on any CW show, except strangely enough, Superman. But anyway, so that's what they do. Well, Barry does the same thing for Cecile, because she's got to overcome her fears and insecurities again, because she's had plenty of them before, so it is the same conversation. But this time they're dealing with, no one knew that she went to this asylum and she was embarrassed about it, so she never talked about it, But it's interesting because here Barry is actually saving a woman, which is, he's still a man, and that's all. You're not supposed to do that. And he has to encourage her to overcome her fear so they can get out and all this stuff. And so they do. So I was like, oh boy, how'd that slip in there? But all in all, it's, it's just a basic show of, they've got their plot, the villain, and it's all wrapped up in one episode. And it's more or less fine, except for the beating up on Chester part. But she apologizes later, But it's in that aspect, it's in keeping within her smart ass character and all that. So, except for the douchey dialogue here and there, and of course the constant repetition of feelings, whoa, feelings. It was sort of an okay show. It was not great by any stretch of the imagination, but kind of shows you that it still could have done something with this show, but yeah. So anyway, Masquerade, it says almost nothing, but at the same time, it is probably the best show they've had. The Cisco one, the Goodbye episode, was sort of okay, but this one was actually better. Yeah. How about that? So there you go. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.